Later on we're going to have a little bit where I just play a news clip just because I thought it was rather interesting. The reality of life, truth inside of you. Sorry sir, no baggage allowed. Remember when firefighters fiddled their expenses, took billions in bonuses and paid no tax? No? Neither do we. Or do they? These are all major investors at a healthcare company called Circle. Each donated the following to the Tory party. Sir Paul Ruddock, £630,000. Michael Platt, £125,000. Sir Martin Arbib, £413,000. Crispin Odey, £242,000. Since 2010, the government awarded Circle Health contracts to run NHS services worth over £1 billion. Would it be so unfair to call this corruption? The nutritionist that educates people on how to eat properly. Mum'll fix it. Not this time, Andy. Why are so many people really sad? We're living in a fake environment with fake food, fake news and fake people, and it's slowly poisoning our souls. Let me explain this again. Every single one of the candidates is a puppet. One of the puppets will be selected by the 1%. Your vote will not change the outcome of this selection. These puppets will not keep their election promises as they have no control over what happens. They're only there to represent the combined interests of the extremely wealthy and rich. They do not give a f about you. How can a forest fire selectively burn cars on the highway? US citizens are under attack by their own government and many will ignore it. Research DEW, Direct Energy Weapons. They changed GMO labelling to biofortified. Just so you know when you're reading food labels, biofortified, GMO. If they weren't trying to poison us, would they really need to change the names all the time? No. We live on such a beautiful planet, but in such an ugly world. Because of those in charge, mainly. Here is a partial list of those that travelled to Epstein's sex farm. I'm only going to read a few. Alec Baldwin, Barack Obama, Ben Affleck, Beyonce Knowles, Bill Clinton, Bill Murray, Charlie Sheen, Chris Tucker. You can have a look yourself at the list. Cindy Lopez, Courtney Love, Demi Moore. Let me see. Gwen Stefani, Jeffrey Epstein, shockingly, Jim Carrey, Jimmy Kimmel, Joe Pagino, John Cusack, Katy Perry, Catherine Elizabeth Hudson, Kevin Spacey, no surprise there then. Madonna Ciccone, which of course is also no surprise. Mark Epstein, Marshall Mathers III, Meryl Streep, Oprah Winfrey, Robert Downey Jr. Stephen Colbert, Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Woody Allen, Will Smith, Will Ferrell. You can pause it and go through the rest by yourself if you want. That's not the full list. I have the full list, and included on that, of course, are Tony Blair. Well, loads. I'll maybe do a full one at some point, but not right now. Self-checkout is this way. No, thank you. I don't work here. Just let that sink in. When you're self-checking out, you're doing the work of someone else and depriving them of the job. Just think about that when you go shopping. Fun facts. Disney cruises went to Epstein Island. Epstein is a paedophile. Disney has multiple paedophile cases too. Disney owns ABC. ABC covers up Epstein's story. Wow, it's like they're all working together. Now an interlude as that clip I was telling you about.
Of offences over almost 2 years.
Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball is in the newsroom for us now. Jeremy, good evening. What more do we know about this?
Well, very basic details emerged today, Dominic, as these men made their first court appearance. Now, they're all in their 20s, they're all from Forest Fields, they're all accused of committing these offences in Nottingham city centre against 3 girls who were between 13 and 15 years old. Now, this is Mohammed Saeed Ahmed. He's facing 11 charges, one of them an allegation that he raped a girl under 16. Hamza Shahzad has been charged with another 11 offences. Those include making indecent images of a child. This is Wakas Akhtar. He's accused of 6 offences, including sexual communication with a child. And Wakar Akhtar is accused of taking a child without lawful authority. Now, the other man is Ansar Ahmed. He's charged with 6 offences, including one of meeting a girl under 16 after she was groomed. Nottinghamshire police say these charges follow a joint investigation with the City Council. These 5 men did intend to plead at Nottingham Magistrates Court today. All of them released on bail, all due to appear at Nottingham Crown Court next month.
Fracking is finished in the UK thanks to the power of public protests. On Saturday morning, the UK government announced it would be halting fracking in England with immediate effect, following years of opposition from local communities, the wider public and other major political parties. The Conservative government finally admitted defeat and announced a moratorium. It will, of course, try to claim a moratorium on fracking as a win for itself, but this is a victory for people power. And what you need to take most from this is that we have the power, we're just not using it. We need to start using it. This court just ruled Coca-Cola products are poison. Natural news. Chances are you've seen some videos circulating the web showing Coke's ability to take rust and paint off metal objects or clean toilet bowls. While deep down we all know that sodas aren't healthy, many of us still drink litres of the sugary stuff on a daily basis. But you can find, if you do a search for the court just ruled, well, the link's in the description anyway, so if you want to have a look at that yourself, please do. It's all coming. Ex-Deutsche Bank. Nomura bankers get jail time for Paschi rolls. Former executives of Deutsche Bank AG and Nomura Holdings Inc. received jail sentences for their roles in helping banker Monte de Paschi de Siena Spa falsify accounts and manipulate markets. Monte Paschi, ex-chairman Giuseppe Mazzari, was sentenced to more than 7 years in prison, while former Deutsche Bank official Michel Faosola and Michel Forsetti and Dario Schiraldi also received jail sentences. Norma's Sadek Saeed Rafael Ricci got prison as well. In addition, the court handed down financial penalties against the 2 banks. Monte Paschi's managers were accused of colluding with Deutsche Bank and Nomura bankers to hide losses at the Italian lender by using complex derivatives trades dubbed Santorini or Alexandria that led to a massive misrepresentation of the finances between 2008 and 2012. Paschi reached a plea bargain deal in 2016 in one of the highest profile European banking cases in the last decade, first revealed on Bloomberg News. Well, what should have happened? They should have all got sent to jail, and they should have probably got longer. But what they should have happened as well is all their private property and money should have been taken from them. Then they would have known what it's really like to be poor. Hiring any attorney waives constitutional protections, makes humans ward off court with unsound mind. This also applies in this country. Why you don't want an attorney or solicitor or lawyer or barrister? That is a question that each must answer for themselves. However, before making that decision, you might wish to consider the following questions and answers. To what or whom is an attorney's first duty? Well, I know the answer, but I'm sure many of you don't. We consult the latest Corpus Juris Secundum, CJS, Legal Encyclopedia, Volume 7, Section 4 for the answer below. Attorney and client. His first duty is to the courts and the public, not to the client. Do we need to say more? His second duty is to the bar. Guess who's third? Yep, you're third in the list. And this is something that I've just came across, but I've heard about it quite a while ago. Mother Teresa's charity investigated for child trafficking. The Catholic charity set up by Mother Teresa in India being investigated over allegations that it was involved in selling children in its care. The Indian government has ordered an inspection of all child care centres run by the missionaries of charity after 2 of its employees were arrested over the sale of 7 children earlier this month, NPR has reported. Everything just is. Tell lie graph. I could have less houses, toys and staff, but I don't want to. At home with Robbie Williams. How to grow old, John Bishop's guide to navigating the midlife minefield. Yeah, just don't do it. The middle class midwife who trolled her friends and husbands. Blunkett, I despair at hard left Labour. They're all still having a go at them. That's how you know it's all smoke and mirrors. It's just a distraction. Don't let any of this shit get you down, because that is the plan. If they can keep you in fear or in stress, then for a start, you'll die sooner, but also your vibrations keeps low and you won't be able to go to where some of us are going. Women dies in floodwater as a month's rain falls in a day and hundreds are evacuated. I. Breath of fresh air, rooms at the inn. Roads turned into rivers. Woman dies after being swept away by floodwaters as rivers hit record levels. Months rain in a day for Midlands and north of England, with more forecast. Homes evacuated, drivers stranded and rail lines underwater. And the rest on the right, and there's just crap, really. The Guardian. Yeah, because we're protecting your privacies and things. Yeah, except you're not. Private surgery for NHS patients soars under Tories. See, they want you to pay for everything. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, interviewed by Anne. Yeah, who gives a shit? PM misled public on his own Brexit deal. Well, how about we just sack them all? Because I don't believe there's more than a handful of MPs that are actually worth being there. The rest are all traitors. Waste of paper. The killer. Woman swept to death, thousands evacuated. Monsoon. Daily fail. £10 off when you spend 40 at no catch coupon inside at Lidl's. If you shop at Lidl's, it might be worth you spending. How much are these things these days? £1 for that rag? Mind you, if you get 10 quid off, I suppose, you know, or just nick the, or just borrow the coupon, unless you've got to cut it out. Oh, it's on page 43, so you've got to cut it out. Strictly Emma. Why are they going on about this shitty programme? My torture at being swept off the dance floor. Okay. A host of Farage's own candidates and bankers fear the Brexit Party could cost vital Tory seats and Brexit itself. Now the Mail urges you to tell him, stand down, Nigel. Well, it's not like any of them make a difference to us. They're all in it for themselves. We all know it. I mean, we've all heard the joke. How do you know when a politician's lying? His lips are moving. We all know this, and yet it amazes me that time and time again some sort of voting process comes along and you go like little sheep off to your little corral, you put your little stamp down or your X or whatever mark you want to make, because that's what you can do, because we are slaves after all, and then you think that it's going to make a difference. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it doesn't make a difference. Voting has never made a difference. And you think, oh, well, Labour will get in and they're good for it. No, they're the same shit. It's just a puppet, like I said at the beginning. Everyone is just a puppet put there because you think that they're in charge when they're not in charge. It's those that are above them that are always there that are really in charge. It just beggars belief that some are still dumb enough to go and think that voting makes a difference. Express. Woman killed in as biblical floods wreak havoc. Olivia, why my Oscar glory was a blur. Oh, were you pissed, were you? Election poll special. Boris ahead in devastating new blow for Corbyn. Labour vote collapses in Heartlands. Well, don't vote for any of them, for crying out loud. The Times. At last I'm having a baby. My surrogate and me. Well, you're not having a baby then, are you? Cute, cuddly, fashionable, costs £2,000. Wow, amazing. Scandal of scammers on Google. Web giant gets tens of millions listing rip-off firms. The scum. Free Gino, Italian Express pullout. Tories will get 6k new doctors. Yeah. All from abroad, of course, because that's the idea. Exclusive. TV bosses fury. Sugar baddie. Sir Alan high flyer in race row. Mirror. Woman dies in flood. Another royal exclusive. Palace fury as Kate's pick used to flog facelifts. Fergie's favourite clinic offers natural look of Duchess to would-be customers. She's a horrible, vile creature. Why would anyone want to look like it? FT. Woodford protege hit by downgrades. Invesco managers sorry for mistakes. Liquid assets worry Morningstar. Would that be Lucifer Morningstar by any chance? Who knows? World's billionaires are victims of bad press, say boss of UBS ultra-rich unit. Of course they are. Labour beasts lie in wait as Tories assault Red Wall. And finally, chocolate comes from cocoa, which is a tree. That makes it a plant. So chocolate is a salad. My bed is a magical place where I suddenly remember everything I forgot to do. Owner said meow. He understands my language.